This next video we are reacting to, this next video we are reacting to is by Janae Danielle. Sex is not a gift, yet here we are. And I'm assuming this is going to be talking about Valentine's Day and females not being good gift givers because they think that the box is a treat. Bitch, I got to do a whole lot of work to get in that box. I'm still doing work. You're just sitting there getting fucked.
Lie, being a gift, a birthday gift is crazy.
Face down, up.
A man wants to ask a woman to be his girlfriend or his Valentine or whatever it may be, and he does it by decorating a bed. And then you post it. You post it as a before and after.
So this ain't good enough. Look at all this. This is romantic.
Okay, but I'm grown as like, this is childish.
Decorated beds have quickly become the go-to romantic gesture.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I remember the last girl I was talking to. We just chopped it up. And I was telling her, like, I really fuck with her. And I really did fuck with her at the time. And I was like, yeah, like, you know, I want you to be my girl, and you are going to be my girl. Obviously, she wasn't my girl. But I was like, yeah, I'm going to ask you to be my girl. And then she goes, yeah, well, I hope when you do it, like, it's special. I hope you ask me in a romantic, special way. I was looking at her like, bitch, a romantic and special way? Bitch, the last thing I did romantic and special, my first ever girlfriend, I know she loved my baby pictures, so I ended up printing my baby picture out, writing, will you be my girlfriend? And I gave it to her, and I got, I don't know. Her mom had to tell her, stop being fucking retarded and say yes. Bitch, if you think I'm doing this to actually be my girl, you got nothing coming. And like I said, she's not my girl. She's not my girl. My thing is, why are you looking for the performative shit? I don't have to perform to you to let you know that I love you and I like you. Yeah, it's cool. But what are you trying to prove? Are you trying to do it for attention? You don't need all that shit. That's like with the big ass weddings, bro. Like, you don't need a big ass wedding. I don't need a big ass wedding to show you that I love you. We can go to the courthouse right now, baby.
The trail of rose petals on the floor, the heart balloons all over the room.
You should be romancing your girl. You should be romancing your girl. Every day is romancing your girl. But it's like, I'm doing this for you, not for everybody else to see. People are going to see regardless by how I treat you. But the performative shit, I do it for you. I'm not doing it to show the world. I'm doing it because I love you.
Those hand towels shaped into swans. And on the surface, above
like
the
that.
sheets, it's charming and thoughtful. Look at that man go, putting in effort for his woman. Until you step back and see the entire gesture is built around what happens under those sheets. That's when things start feeling a little off. So in honor of Valentine's Day, and honestly the monumental factor into the decorated bed epidemic, we need to go back and look at what the holiday used to mean, which was something a lot more naturally romantic.
It appears the modern customs related to Valentine's Day go back to Britain in the Middle Ages, when people viewed February 14th, which is halfway through the second month of the year, as the day that birds started finding their mates for the upcoming spring.
That natural connection around this time of year between the birds and finding your partner is what shaped how people viewed love back then.
In the late 14th century, English poet Geoffrey Chaucer published Parliament of Fowls, a poem declaring Valentine's Day as the time where birds choose their mates. The poem seemingly sparked a tradition for lovers to send romantic letters to each other during bird mating season. These messages, called Valentines, grew in popularity and were mass-produced by the late 1700s.
But today, love and romance looks a little bit different, and the gestures we associate with it has made a lot of people lose the plot. In today's video, we're comparing yesterday's romance to what I like to call the mattress makeover craze we're seeing learning today. Welcome to the Girl Talk you didn't know you needed. And I'm not saying you have to subscribe. You're classy. I know you don't just give those away for free, but hopefully at the end of this video, we become bestie enough for you to take that next step. When we look at the history of Valentine's Day and the romance of it all, gifts were still being given. They just meant something because they were tied to potential commitment.
So the act of giving gifts to our romantic partners on Valentine's Day is connected to historical rituals of courtship gift giving. So although my video today is about European historical customs, gift giving in courtship and marriage rituals, as well as love tokens, are universal and have taken place in many cultures around the world throughout history.
So while courting, people were a lot more modest back then when it came to anything involving the bedroom. The focus went into wooing before anything intimate came into play.
Dating in the Victorian era meant navigating a maze of modesty and prudence. Making love didn't mean the same thing to the Victorians as it does to us. This isn't the 80s euphemism for having sex. Victorians would understand it to refer to a chaste courtship or process of wooing.
We could look at it like this, okay? Everybody knows the phrase, the birds and the bees, right? Well, the birds represented that first step, choosing your partner. And the bees, well, the bees represented the productivity that came after that. Put the pieces together as you will. But notice within all the history of these romantic Valentine gestures, the bees aren't mentioned yet, which definitely makes sense for society at the time, especially during the Regency era. Dating and courting was strict. People had chaperones, compliments had to be very restrictive, and even holding hands could ruin your reputation.
The role of chaperone was often taken by a female relative. Typically a mother, but a friend or governess could also be acceptable. Compliments were strictly off limits, and no kind of physical contact could pass between a couple either, with actions such as holding hands being unthinkably forward.
People had to guard their boundaries.
Bro, imagine you walking and you courting a girl, and then you hold her hand, and somebody comes up like, "This tramp, how's she a tramp? She was holding hands." That's actually wild. That's actually crazy. So, in the 18 or whatever the timeline was for them in history, to where you holding hands with a dude or several dudes associates you to being a whore, a tramp, a Jezebel, to now, oh nah, I ain't gonna cap. If somebody from the 1800s around this Victorian area, bro, Victorian era, saw the shit that was going on today, bro, they'd be stoning everybody. They would be stoning everybody, bro. There's hoes out here fucking 3, 4, 5 niggas, bro. And claiming, oh yeah, I love to be single. I can do whatever I want. There's bitches fucking married men. There's also niggas fucking married bitches. Like, bro, this shit's cooked. Maybe we need to go back to having chaperones for the courting. Because I love courting my females. Even when I'm not dating them, I love courting them. Just let them know, like, hey, this is more where this came from. But I'm just that type of dude where it's like, I'm a courter. I just do that. But I think we need to go back to having chaperones for dates. Because they only do that for, you know, kids and play dates and shit like that. But I really don't even think they do that shit no more, though.
The same way people guard their personal information, because once something got out, you could not take it back. Which is why I'm glad this video is sponsored by Aura. Aura protects your privacy by identifying which sketchy websites or data brokers is selling your information, and they do the hard part for you by automatically know, because this 11-page report has all of my private information, like my address, my relatives, things I've brought on. And cautious is exactly what shaped romance in the past. Romantic gestures had to be thoughtful and have the right intentions. And you'll notice something very important we need to point out. Women were given the choice to decide the outcome of said romantic intention.
I know it's a little late to
That's the way. A date proposal should be specific, not one of those you busy Saturday things. That's a part of date etiquette, and a girl likes it. A girl likes a fair chance to decide whether she wants the date or not.
When a boy courted a girl, when he wanted to take that next step, his role was just to ask, that's all. And her role was to choose what came next. There wasn't a gesture that boxed her into a certain response. Keep that in mind for later. There wasn't this automatic assumption that a sweet moment had to lead somewhere else. But as the dating culture evolved, so did all the romance and intimacy that was included in it. Dating, let's just say, got confusing, unpredictable, and what a lot of people would call toxic.
Dating isn't even fun anymore because so many men are concerned with what they are going to get in exchange for a plate of food. They can't even hold a decent conversation with you because they're more focused on if there's going to be dessert after dessert. And that's why you see so many men suggesting these low quality, low effort, disrespectful, slap in the face dates. Oh, if I spend $100 on food, if I spend $200 on food, you owe me.
The dating market is so trash right now, bro. Fellas, I'm sure you could agree with me. All of these suck. Like, all of them, you feel me? And even if you got a she suck too, she just don't suck as bad as the other.
Let's be real, okay? Every party has their faults when it comes to dating. You'll have women saying men give too little, the bar is in hell.
Women are starting to see what men have to offer besides sex and money, and it's not much.
You'll have men saying women expect too much and they don't appreciate effort at all.
If I ever do something for my girl and she fixes her lips to say, as you should, or that's the bare minimum, I'm leaving.
There's always two sides, but the constant back and forth of what's bare minimum, what's enough, what does effort or romance even look like anymore, that's completely reshaped what the standard even looks like. And before anyone realized, people were lowering their standards just to make dating possible in this modern world.
I feel like when it comes to dating, I've been very chill and calm when it comes to my old set of standards that I held for myself. I have high standards, and I do. But I feel like with dating, I've kind of realized to calm down a little bit in certain areas where I've been so high and mighty and tight with certain things that you need to have.
I hate to say this, but I think that women have to lower their standards. The amount of chronically single girlfriends that I know, either approaching their 30s or already in their 30s, that are wanting to settle down and have a family, but can't, is an epidemic at this point.
So, what were the results of this, you ask? Well, people started relying on the big, dramatic gestures that looked romantic on the surface, yes, but they didn't really have as much romantic depth.
Face down, up. Hey. Oh, huh.
He filmed the bed.
And it's the only thing that's wrong with that is the fact that you posted it on social media for attention, bro. Your girl could have really fucked with it. I'm sure she did, but it's yeah, but you put it on social media, so that's that's embarrassing.
And face down, up. You recording it, and it's on my birthday, and you posting it, and it's no gifts or nothing. Yep. The bar is in hell.
I can't lie.
Which is
being.
We don't know if he got her other gifts, bro. Because people these days, they don't be thinking. He could have got her other gifts before that, after that, whatever. But it's just at that moment they're not gonna think that. Oh yeah, you only brought her a dick in a box. That was your gift. Motherfuckers gonna be thinking
gift, a birthday gift is crazy. That's crazy. I do not support that. I don't support that any more than I support you being a gift. You telling me the same piece of I had last night is my present today? On my day? Oh, no.
This is also around the era of the vacations and spend the night adventures and flued out festivities.
If you let that fly you out, yes, you do also have to let him. Oh my God, who said that? No, for real, who said that? I said that.
Yeah. Those festivities, the extravagant videos and the luxury look of it all push this idea even further, that a decorated hotel...
I ain't gonna cap, that's too much to clean up, bro. I gotta really fuck with my bit in order to do that shit. And honestly, I really won't even want to do that shit, bro. That's too much to clean up. Now, if I'm doing it like in a comfort of my home, like, baby, I love you. I'm gonna set the scene for you. Like in a hotel, bro. Like,
bed for Valentine's Day, anniversaries, even your birthday was the epitome of romance.
Keep them closed.
Am I walking straight?
2, 1, open them.
But not just the epitome of romance, but the epitome of effort. And if a woman seen this as low effort and ill-intended, then she was ungrateful.
Happy anniversary, baby. Happy anniversary.
This cool.
This cool?
Yeah.
What the hell you mean it's cool? Girl, you don't see you all over the place? It's nice as hell.
Okay, but I'm a grown woman. Like, you do this for 15-year-olds. Like, you should have bought me something or did something or...
So this ain't good enough? Look at all this. This is romantic as
Okay, but I'm grown as like, this is childish.
And I swear,
she's not wrong with that. She is not wrong with that. Bruh, she is not wrong with that. You do that for 15-year-old, 20-year-olds. Like, early... It's like kind of like throwing like a birthday party. That's what I equate that to. She is not wrong. I'm grown. Yeah, that's cool, but like I'd rather go out to a nice dinner and then we go like dancing. And then, you know, you get a limo so we don't have to drive. Or say we don't drive. Maybe you get an Uber, so maybe not an Uber. Maybe not a limo. Let's get a black truck. And then we have all these different destinations. Or we have our dinner on a beach. Like that type of shit with some live music. That's way better, bro. Way better. A helicopter ride over the fucking city. That's grown shit. Not no, yeah, I just got us a hotel room and I put happy anniversary with a whole bunch of balloons and flower petals. This is cool. But it's like, is that the only thing? So she's 100% right. If that's the only thing, especially as a grown man, because I'm not counting your pockets, but as a grown man, that's the only thing that you did, just decorate a hotel room. Man, I have not decorated a hotel room. The only time I decorated a hotel room was giving the bitch flowers. That was it. I just had flowers waiting for her. And I still piped. Wasn't too much, it was just flowers, but hey. I'll be courting my bitches. I'll be courting my hoes. I do. I be courting my hoes. My hoes that I used to have. I ain't got no hoes. Let's get back to the video.
okay, I'm not trying to come off as a party pooper or a love hater or just a hater in general. I love love. It is Valentine's Day, for heaven's sake. And I know that this can be a very meaningful and intimate, romantic gesture that a lot of people enjoy.
Since Valentine's Day is literally around the corner, I've got one very important question to ask. Is a decorated bed or hotel room really that deep? I know what you're all thinking. Someone gives you a decorated room for Valentine's Day. There's only one thing on their mind. But in my opinion, it's kind of a nice gesture, low-key. Like, not everything has to be sexual.
But where I will put my foot down is at the girlfriend proposals. With how wishy-washy the dating scene is, don't get me wrong, okay? Asking somebody to be your girlfriend is romantic and
Wasn't she on the last video? You must open your mouth and ask me to be your girlfriend. She was on the last video. Hold on. She was on the last video. And she
it's
was
very
talking about how
much
she wanted to be
needed
single.
in this society.
Bro, she was on the last fucking video. I told y'all, bro. I told y'all, bro. I told y'all. Bro. Like, look at her, bro. Like this.
But the second you put that question on a bed, it changes everything.
The fact it's praised that decorating a bed to ask someone to be your girlfriend is insane, because think about it like this. Oh,
you decorated my bed, so what do you want to happen next? And it's like, okay, cool, chill, like you do that already, but at the same time, get your mind out of the gutter. To ask someone to be your girlfriend, something that's supposed to be romantic and then immediately turning it sexual, it's kind of weird. Slow down.
I'm gonna give this to y'all straight, okay? Because half of me wants to blatantly say that men know exactly what they're doing. When they decorate that bed, they only want one thing. They're basically cornering her to just smile and say thank you while giving him exactly what he wants. Because now this is feeling like more of a plan than a gift.
You have rose petals leading up to the mattress, and on the sheets you have various offerings of material. And then you post it. You post it as a before and after. What this implies is a transaction. I am not the friend who's too woke. That is a transaction of material for sex. I offer you your favorite candy from 7-Eleven. In turn, you become my girlfriend and I have access to your body.
But then the other half,
I ain't gonna cap. White girl just spit right there. White girl just spit right there. That's an offer, bruh. That is a fucking offering, bruh. I got you a whole bunch of the stuff you like. I know you like Cheetos, Flamin' Hots. I know you like the little gummy lifesavers. A little ring. I got you all that, and now I have access to your portal. Damn. Hey, she just spit, bro.
Nuanced half that y'all appreciate so much. She sees that this is the result of a generation that doesn't even know what romance looks like anymore.
And my thing is too, like I just spit some ideas on like anniversary ideas. I just spit some ideas on anniversary ideas, which I did. Anniversary date ideas, I just spit some ideas, right? But the biggest thing is how you understand romance. Romance comes with you learning more about your partner. Hey, what do you see as a perfect date? What do you see as something that is romancing? How do you like to be romanced? Asking them questions like that. But y'all ain't asking them questions like that. You just assuming. That's why when old girl was talking about, I'm a grown ass woman, you doing this is for a fucking teenager. He didn't ask his girl, how do you like to be romanced? What do you like? What kind of flowers do you like? Do you like candy? Do you like chocolate covered strawberries? What do you enjoy doing? Idea of a perfect date. Like that. Like you get that stuff so that shit won't happen from talking to him. And actually listening and receiving. Y'all don't know about that because y'all just want to talk. Y'all just want to talk, but you're not hearing. I did this. Okay, well, did you pay attention to what they like?
Those surprise hotel decorations that we are seeing going all over social media, those aren't romantic because
strawberry cream cheese, bro. Bust down.
It's the person who's taking you there you don't like, or they don't really like you, or you're not really interested in them. So of course it's not going to be a romantic thing. It's a sex thing. See, the people in this society have taken the romance out of everything, and now it's just all sexual.
When it comes to dating, people are tired, people are burned out, and not seeing thoughtful gestures as often makes the bare minimum feel like something.
It's crazy to me that there are women out here on this earth that are receiving things like flowers and lavish gifts and trips from men. Meanwhile, I can't even get a guy to flush the toilet while he's at my apartment. The bar is so low for me. Like, my expectation at this point in time, like my one standard, is respect.
So for a lot of people, the bedroom, or just the bed in general, became a shortcut. And I'm so torn about the situation because while I love seeing men put effort into their woman and actually do something thoughtful and generous, because y'all, there are too many stories of men not giving a damn. But then it's like, you're decorating a bed with rose petals and money and gifts and candles. Everything about it packaged on the outside, it looks beautiful, it looks amazing. And it's the easiest way to make her smile. But in their head, they're probably thinking it's the easiest way to get them laid.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I feel about that.
And my thing is too, bro, it's like, I'm an experienced guy. I'm a experienced guy, and I'm a conversationalist. Before I already know the sex is gonna come. I'm gonna mind fuck you though. It's gonna be anticipation. I'm gonna show you shit that you ain't never experienced. You ain't never seen before. And this experience is what you'll appreciate versus the shit. Yeah, I can get you shit, and the shit will come. But this shit, the experience, the memories we making, oh yeah, it's priceless, baby. You can't get that with another nigga. He can take you to the same place I'm taking you, but that spark ain't gonna be there. If anything, you most likely won't be wanting to go to that place because of how well I put it down there. I'm not even talking about sex. I'm just talking about how my ideas and what I curated is unlike anything else. Thank you to my God, Yahweh. Thank you to my benevolent protective ancestors. Gifts ain't shit. I give you gifts. Baby, I hope you give me gifts. But my experience, the experience that I'm bringing you on, oh yeah, it's different.
Imagine it's your birthday and your boyfriend takes you to this hotel, and before you even open the door, you hear the music in the background, and you're thinking to yourself, Victor, you actually did this? And you open the door, and sure enough,
I ain't gonna count. I was thinking about that video too. I was like, bro, what is that video? And I forgot the dude's name. It's Victor. Dexter, you actually did this? Y'all know the video. That dude is saying that's funny as fuck. I ain't gonna count.
Rose petals and candles and balloons and all of that everywhere.
Nigga Victor Von Doom. Well, I can't wait for Doomsday to come out.
But you look over at the bed and you discover this.
Face down, up.
This actually sparked a really interesting debate about whether or not it is or isn't romantic for a man to decorate a hotel room. With a lot of the focus, matter of fact, all of the focus is on the bed. He wants to be rewarded on that bed.
These decorated beds appear in birthdays, situationships, marriage proposals, even apologies. And y'all notice how there's a huge difference between each and every single one of those events? So why do we need to gift sex at every single one of them? Now, this decorated bed epidemic is just gonna have to be left with an open-ended discussion because there are so many layers to it and it necessarily doesn't have to be wrong. It's just the intention behind them that you need to watch out for. And for my besties watching, especially my younger ones, I'm gonna leave y'all with something. If somebody is gifting you a decorated bed, that does not mean you are obligated to give them something back. After all, it is a gift. And last time I checked, gifts are given, they're not traded. Thank you for tuning into the Girl Talk You Didn't Know You Needed. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hype, whatever classy people like you do before heading to the next video. I honestly feel like my setup is complete. I got a whole new light. I got one of those like softbox lights and it's like a lantern. It's piecing everything together.
Shout out to Janae Danielle. That was a dope ass video. And that's, hey, facts.